What is the coolest skill to have in your opinion? The ability to strike up conversation, find ways to relate, and form meaningful dialogue with anyone like you have known them forever. I thought I was good at this, but then I became a bartender and started working with people who had been bartenders for 20 plus years, and they made me look like a stammering idiot in comparison. I've gotten a lot better, but I remember working with this guy Rob who could talk to anyone about anything. It got to the point where I'd make the drinks and let him schmooze the guests. The ability to save money, no matter the income level. Truly commendable. Logic. You can make up a lot of misknowledge with good logic thinking. The problem is that every living creature thinks their reasoning is illogical. Thinking you're being logical and having the skill of logic are definitely not the same. Everyone believes they're logical, most of the time. If you didn't think your own reasoning was illogical, you wouldn't have it. You'd think of some new stance or opinion that made more sense. Logic has a skill, understanding how it actually works and how to follow it from start to finish. An asterisk taking action, making change asterisk from that logic. Or affirming your existing stance, much different. Multilingualism. Polyglots are the true winners of society. Imagine being able to just go to a foreign country and just live there. No problems at all. Just being able to communicate in a different language and go about your day is really cool in my opinion. Bullshitting is always one of my favorite skills to see. Following what seems like a logical train of thought to a nonsensical conclusion that still seems like it makes sense can get you out of some pickles. Can probably get you into some though too. Can come from been a bullshitter since childhood. Became a successful lawyer. To make someone else genuinely smile. The ability to play anything on the piano, from popular to classical pieces. The skill to read people. This can be learned somewhat easily. It's easiest in a classroom setting, or when you have meetings at work. Just sit back and pay extra attention to all the people around you and what they are doing. Ability to cook really good food. Just don't be afraid to fuck it up. Taste it as you go. Have working taste buds. Practice. Remember what profiles generally work together and what don't. You're now on the road to flavor. I can fall asleep really quickly, like within 2 minutes of my head hitting the pillow. Is it possible to learn this power? Yes. The trick is to be tired 100% of the time. Earth bending. Of all the options, I'd have to say water bending is by far the most overpowered. They get healing and blood bending if you're skilled. And they can break the laws of thermodynamics and reverse entropy by freezing water instantly. It's beyond broken. A single water bender could solve climate change. Until the Fire Nation attacked. An ability to learn an instrument. It's one thing to be able to learn songs and be technically perfect, and even learning the theory, but putting it all together, adding your touch and having it sound amazing is another level. That's my biggest concern when playing, and I think it's my biggest flaw. Lack of creativity. You're talking about being an artist instead of a technician. Don't give up. The greater the mastery of technique, the more space you create for artistry. It will come. Whistling with your fingers. I can whistle with my ass. Oh god, that's even better. Join the circus, that'd be a great spectacle. Pilot. The ability to fly is so cool. Humans by design are not supposed to fly, and you're just a badass giving a finger to Mother Nature, while taking you and your machine airborne to observe a perspective reserved for the winged and the gods. I am in total envy of you dope motherfuckers. Not that you give a shit. Probably off in a pilot's bar somewhere on the edge of an airstrip throwing back some cold ones, while Goose tickles the ivories. Well, when you put it like that, I've always experienced some dissonance between flying and religion. A fake, no organized religion has taken a stance on flying. Yet it seems exactly like the kind of thing we'd expect a spiritual entity to have issue with. Man invents a human flight. God. Monsieur. No, I haven't been to many Amish airports lately. The ability to see small, almost unnoticeable details and connections that aren't so obvious. Like Daniel Craig's character in Knives Out or any good detective in movies and TV. I'd love to be able to deduce something solely based off the fact that the gum wrapper in my friend's car doesn't add up with their story. All you gotta do is find the script and read it, duh. The ability to properly load a dishwasher, maximizing every square inch. I'm pretty good at making things. You want a dollhouse? I can do that. Hand-drawn card. Always. Modeling something out clay? Pretty happy with outcome. Embroider a shirt. That turned out cute. Helping my kids with a school poster. Best one in the class. Kid's birthday. Yeah, I can make a balloon arch and decorate the shit out of a house. When I go to the store with my kids, our favorite activity is finding something they like and then saying, yeah, we can make that instead of buying it. And bonus, now it's customized. I like making things and I seem to have an eye for what looks pretty decent. It won't get me very far in life, but I like the idea of handmade and I like showing people I care about that I took the time to do something special for them. Monsieur, you could have just said being crafty, but you embellished and bedazzled your answer, so now we are all wowed and impressed. Charisma. I feel dirty knowing what I've gotten for the low price of a smile and compliment, but it sure is useful. The ability to never procrastinate and always stay on top of everything. A martial art. My inner 14-year-old wants to say nunchucks, but I'm too old for that shit. Mine too. Except I tried it at 14 and beat the shit out of myself. It's still cool as hell, but I know better now. Pen spinning. It's a pretty worthless skill, but it looks so cool and I have always wanted to learn how to do it. You mean like this asterisk spins pen asterisk? The ability to cook a great meal with whatever random ingredients you may have. Ability to not scare off women. I'm a woman and I scare myself. Same LMAO. Same. It might not be seen as a skill, but I think otherwise. The ability to find things to do when you're bored. Especially during times like these. It's truly insane how hard I'm struggling to come up with something. One word. Legos. Doesn't matter what age you are as long as you are older than 3. Legos are always fun. Video games and reading books. There's something out there for everyone. Puzzle games. Competitive games. Co-op campaign. Same goes with books. Detective. Romance. Science fiction. History. This has baffled me with everything with the coronavirus. I hear people complaining that they are going insane being stuck in their houses. It's so easy to find a video game or book to enjoy. I'm an essential worker, so my hours haven't changed at all with this, but if I was stuck at home, I would be gaming hardcore. Remembering names. It feels good when people remember your name and show interest. More people are prone to like you. And that just feels like a good way to live through life. Being able to sing "It's the End of the World as We Know It." Survival. At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. Just roll a d20 and add your survival modifier. To be kind. The truth is we are fundamentally selfish beings. It's easier to see someone struggling, look away, and move on with your life. It's not your problem, monsieur, but to actually extend kindness to someone. To do whatever it is you can do to help in a given situation. Requires effort and ability. It's something anyone can learn to do. And it's something you can get better at with time and practice. That is why being kind is a skill. And being kind is the coolest thing you can ever do. The ability to empathize with someone while still standing your ground. Be able to do a backflip on command. I can't do it, just sounds cool. The ability to find friends' sad face. You find your people first, then you make them your friends. By that I mean find someone you get along with and have hobbies and connect with them. Then sooner or later you hang out. If that doesn't work, then juggling. Not too hard. But maybe that's just me. Everyone I know that ever put a good amount of effort into learn how. The ability to trust others. You can only accelerate your career if you're trustworthy. Without it, you can't get projects done or get cooperation. And the opposite, the ability to not trust others. Otherwise they'll take you for granted and throw labor at you till you dry up and then berate you. For it, guitar plus social skills equals unlimited opportunities. No, we don't want you to whip out the guitar at the party. There is always that guy. IDK how I have gained such power but I can get my crush to hug me. Asterisk, is it possible to learn this power? Asterisk. Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but it's all on being positive whenever you can. My crush talks to me very often because I'm pretty optimistic, and that sometimes leads to hugs. I'm proud of my improvements since I developed the crush. I'm sorry if this doesn't belong here, but I had to let it out. Being able to use sign language. If I got a penny every time there was a time I were to able communicate silently with someone, I'd have a lot of pennies. Still an awesome skill too. A sweet mouth. Money and all is great, but knowing how to sweet talk your way in and out of any situation can get you in and out of places money can't bribe. Plus it can get you money and fame and all that. Mangekyo Sharingan. Being average at a lot of things. A jack of all trades is better than someone who has mastered only one skill. For a first-time homeowner, being handy. My dad is a carpenter and I wish that I had worked with him more growing up. In my career I have gained knowledge on how to fix equipment. Mainly appliances. Simple cars issues. Just based off of the thought process of what it is and isn't doing. When it comes to fixing thing in my house, drywall, shelves etc., I struggle due to lack of confidence. I am getting better with asking for advice and watching videos on the subject, but these skills can save you thousands of dollars. Edit. Spelling. Strategy. I admire people who have a natural skill at strategy. It's a particular mindset I've never really had a good grasp of. I would like to take lessons on how to play chess strategically. I already know the basic moves. I just don't know squat about strategy. My opponents can't counter my strategy if I don't have one. But if having no strategy is your strategy, then your opponent can counter that strategy by using a strategy. Being observant of your surroundings. THR ability to not completely mentally crash when the crippling pressure falls over you. Being able to decipher lies. It will save so much emotional pain and maybe even your life. The ability to carry my own emotional weight. The skill to be charming in any situation. Playing piano. I know it's a skill everyone can learn. I'm proud that I can. To turn on off or sexual desire it or will. The skill to learn anything after seeing it done once. Dance fighting. That can be broken at any time. The ability to play Wonderwall on the guitar. Maybe. Definitely. You're gonna be the one that saves me. I promise, you can learn it. Throwing cards and splitting a banana in half. I am talking about self-discipline. Discipline, it makes most other skills achievable. Originality, creativity. Reading Kill 6 Billion Demons has made me realize how much we take such concepts for granted. Martial arts and the calm demeanor to go with it. A photographic memory would cover a lot of the things I'm seeing so far. Learning languages, instruments, memorizing financial tips for success, and keeping mental talking points to help socialize. Though I don't know if memory is a learned skill. Plus any mistakes you make will be stored on your amygdala forever. Photographic memory would help a lot. But even if you know exactly what chords play, you still need the physical ability, coordination to play it. I think that sometimes having a photographic memory can be a downside. You end up having too much of stuff to sift through, and I personally sometimes have trouble coping with what I've seen in a given day. It's both a curse and a blessing that I can memorize an entire song on the piano if I play it 5 times. I can bend my hand flat back against my wrist. He's too dangerous to be left alive. Skeptical thinking. Update. Rational skeptical thinking. I'm not too sure about that. Upvoted, now get out. That looks cool. I bet I can learn how to do it too. Mindset. That could get you killed though. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.